Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's Pick a Card reading, we are going to be getting messages and predictions for your month of August 2023. We are going to start off the reading with a general overview of your month. So basically the main energies that you'll be dealing with, the main themes of the month, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way. Then we are going to dive into specific areas of your life. So we'll take a look at your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth for the month. And then we're going to finish off with some messages from your higher self. So there are 3 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of these crystals up close one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Titanium Aura Amethyst. Number 2 is regular amethyst. And number 3 is Angel Aura Rose Quartz. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the Titanium Aura Amethyst, this is going to be your reading all about your month of August 2023. So we're gonna start off by taking a look at the main energies that you will be working with this month, the main themes, as well as significant events and changes. And to do that, we're going to be using these oracle cards. So let's get right into it. Your first card is Action, Awaken the Warrior Woman Within. And we also have Empowered Empath. You are endlessly in control of your own energy. You are safe and protected at all times. Okay, so starting with this Action card, it does look for my group number 1s that August will be a relatively busy or eventful month. It feels like there's a lot going on, and I feel like this is partly due to, like, there's a lot of things externally that are going on, but I also think it's due to an increase in your physical energy and an increase in your motivation, that you actually just feel like doing more things this month. You could be out and about a lot, or you could be putting a lot of effort into something that you're working on. It's interesting that this warrior woman has an arrow. It makes me think of you setting your sights on a goal, like kind of setting your target. So you could be really, I think the word is zeroing in on like something that you want to accomplish and just putting in a lot of action towards it. Like you are very focused and energized on the things that you are working on. I think this could also be a month where, like I said, you have a lot of physical energy, and I think that that leads to you being more physically active. So you could be exercising quite a bit this month. You could be playing sports. You could be picking up a hobby that involves you like moving around a lot. You could be going on long walks. It just feels like you are moving your body, and this is going to feel really good. I'm actually hearing it's going to help you release like stale energy that is like stuck in you. It's going to get things moving. Yes. Also, this Action card, for some of you, this is your sign to go for it. Like if there is something that you've been wanting to start, or something you've been wondering, like, should I do this? Should I go for it? This is your sign to go for it. And it could also be your sign in a situation to make the first move. If you make the first move, that action will be returned to you. What does that mean? It's like if you take action towards someone, they will take action right back to you. So for example, let's say you have your eye on someone, and this card is saying like, this is your sign to go for it. This is your sign to ask them out. Do it. Then you ask them out. Rather than them just responding and being like, yeah, sounds good, they will actually respond like, yes, I would love to. Why don't we go here on Friday night? Like they are responding and actually contributing equal enthusiasm and pushing the plans along, rather than just being like, yeah, cool, and then leaving the further progress to you. Does that make sense? Another example of this would be like, let's say there's someone you want to collaborate with. You reach out to them and you're like, hey, I was wondering if you want to collaborate on a song. I've written these lyrics. It's still kind of a rough idea, but I'm going to send them over to you and let me know what you think. Rather than them just responding like, yeah, collab sounds cool, they will actually respond like, hey, these lyrics sound great. I actually went ahead and made a basic instrumental for it. Like, they're not just responding or approving, they are contributing, they're adding to it, they're keeping the momentum going. So basically, anything that you move towards, anything or anyone that you take action towards in the month of August, you'll get that same enthusiasm and that same effort back. Things are moving this month. This is definitely not a month of stagnation. This is not a month of like stillness and slowness and waiting. This month feels like it's go time for my group number ones. We have empowered empath here. I really love this message. You are endlessly in control of your own energy, because what this tells me is that this busyness, this movement that we're experiencing in August, it is very much under your control. So it's not like the universe is throwing all of these tasks and responsibilities and projects at you and you're like drowning in them and you have no say over it. You are accepting the things that you want to move towards, that you want to put action and effort towards with your own discernment. So maybe this busyness is a lot more like of your own volition. It's because you feel energized and you want to get moving. That's really awesome. And I definitely think if this card is coming up, my group number ones, you are empaths. That is a gift that you have. And you are mastering how to use this gift with discernment. You being an empath, it will stop feeling like something that just happens to you and something that you just have to deal with. I just have to deal with everyone else's energy. And it's a gift that you can use at your own discretion, that you can choose to tap into, or you can choose to turn off and protect yourself, to like disengage from. So being an empath, it will feel a lot more like a powerful gift, if that makes sense. You're learning how to employ it in a way that empowers you. So let's take a look at some astro cards to get further information about the main energies of your month. We have Pluto with transformation. And we have 1. So we have 3 ones in a row here, 1, 1, 1. That could be a number that you guys are seeing a lot, or if you do see it in the month ahead, I think it's almost like a green light from your spiritual team. So pay attention to what you are thinking about when you see this number. And it's basically your spiritual team giving you a thumbs up. Like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Basically confirming to you that you're on the right path. What you're thinking about is in alignment for you. It's like a green light. So Pluto, as we can see in this card, it's all about transformation. Pluto's pretty intense. When Pluto's working in our life, it can kind of feel like an upheaval and uprooting. Pluto is very good at clearing away, kind of like we spoke about before, clearing away stale energy, clearing away things that are keeping us in a rut, keeping us in our comfort zone, keeping us not growing and progressing. It will just come in and destroy all of that like a tidal wave. And then once all of that is cleared away, we can start a new chapter. I feel like because we have all of these ones here, a lot of you who chose this group, you've maybe already gone through that period of destruction, that period of uprooting, that period of getting rid of the crap that doesn't serve you anymore. And what we're seeing in the month of August is now that new beginning is starting. You know, all the weeds have been uprooted, and now what we're seeing in August is the flowers are starting to bloom. And I don't know if you guys could hear that, but a car just honked outside while I was saying that. So that's definitely a confirmation. It's a new start. We're full of life. I know August isn't spring, or maybe somewhere in the world it is, I don't know, but I don't think so. But it feels like personally, you are kind of in a spring season of your life. With Pluto here as well, a Scorpio person could be significant, especially a Scorpio rising, because rising is the first house. Or when the moon is in Scorpio, I'm gonna get my phone because I have an app that shows like what the moon's doing. When the moon is in Scorpio, could be an important time or a lucky time for you guys in the month of August. So let's see. In August, the moon will be in Scorpio from the 22nd to the 24th. So 22nd to 24th of August could be important dates, as well as the 1st, the 6th, and the 11th. For those of you, so something important could be happening on these days, or for those of you who are like planning to do something important and you're wondering like when is a good time to do it, if you schedule it for the 1st, 6th, 11th, or 22nd through the 24th, those could be like auspicious times to like make big moves in your life. So let's take a look now at your tea leaf cards for some further information. We have hat. You will be playing a different role. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. And basket, recognition and reward for merit. Interesting. So in the month of August, you guys could be playing a different role in your career, in schooling, in creative endeavors, even in social situations, you could be playing a different role. What just came to my mind with this empowered empath is that some of you guys have maybe been that person in your friend group who like fixes everyone's problems, or who absorbs everyone's emotions and does a lot of emotional support and emotional work for others, like the friend that everyone leans on. Or maybe that's a role that you have assumed in your relationships, and now you are playing a different role in your relationships. Of course, this could also be you trying something new in your career, trying something new in your creative endeavors. For some of you, I feel that you are completely switching roles, moving away from an old role into a new one. But for others of you, you could be keeping your current role and just trying out a new one on top of that. For example, you could be, you're in a band and you're going from the drummer to the vocalist, or you're just doing both. Like you used to be the drummer and now you play drums and sing. Or like you used to be the costume designer, now you're the director. Or you used to be just a costume designer, now you are both designer and director. Yeah. And it looks like this new role that you are assuming, it is going to bring you rewards. It's going to bring you recognition. You are going to impress a lot of people and really make your mark in this new role. It's going to be something that you're very good at. With this older woman here, this older woman could either be like a mentor who is helping you navigate this new role, or the older woman could be the person who is giving you recognition. Like you're stepping into this new role and then this older woman notices you and is like, wow, you're really good at this new role. You're doing a good job. Here's a reward. Whether that reward be money, connections, exposure, further opportunities, or all of the above. Like she's hooking you up essentially because she recognizes your talent. It could also be both. She could be both your mentor and the person giving you recognition. But this is what I see for your general overview. So now we're going to move into the specific areas of your life. I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start with your love life and relationships. For your tarot card, we have the Tower. For your oracle card, we have There Is Always a Way. The Tower is related to the planet of Mars. So again, a Scorpio person could be significant, could also be an Aries person who is significant. With both of these cards together, there is a sense of your relationships are being put to the test. And I feel like a bit of this Pluto transformation energy is playing into here as well. Your relationships are being put to the test. You are transforming. You are leveling up. You're entering into a new chapter of your life. And there's almost this feeling of, as you level up, who is coming up with you? Who is sticking around in this new chapter, and who is kind of falling away. I will say, this doesn't feel like an energy of a falling out, you know, like messy breakups or messy falling outs or conflict with others. It feels more like as you move forward in your life, some connections are just naturally falling away. With There Is Always a Way, there's a bit of a feeling of if they wanted to, they would, which is maybe a phrase that you've heard before. Like if they wanted to contact you, if they wanted to make an effort, they would. I wouldn't say that this is like a be-all, end-all statement for relationships, because relationships are nuanced, but I feel like that's kind of the vibe for August. So it's almost like we're putting to the test, do we really care enough about this connection to keep it going? You know the vibe that I'm getting? It's like when you are in school and you make friends at school, but then when you graduate and like kind of go your separate ways, there's some people that you keep in touch with and stay friends with, and others that you don't. And those people that you don't stay in touch with, you kind of realize that, okay, we were just friends because we saw each other every day. You know, there maybe wasn't a super deep bond there, because once it becomes a bit harder for us to keep in touch and then actual effort becomes required, then it kind of falls apart. So you could be like making a transition in your life, you know, like moving away or changing jobs or something like that, which kind of proves to you who you have a really strong bond with and who you were more friends with just because of the circumstances. You know, like for example, maybe you have friends at work, but then you leave that job. And so this is a test of like, who was I really close with? Because there will be some work friends that you stay in touch with, even though you're not working together every day. And there will be others that just kind of fall away. It could even be because habits of yours are changing. I think I use this example sometimes, but maybe you have like drinking friends, or you have friends that you party with. And then if you stop doing that, it's like you just stop seeing those friends. So again, it's not like an ugly falling out. It's just that as you ride the waves of change in your life, you're going to see who stays with you to ride those waves and who like, oh, they were just kind of in my life for this chapter. And it's not, I don't think it's good or bad. It's just kind of like, oh, interesting. Yeah. So next we are going to take a look at your career and studies. So for your tarot card, we have the Eight of Wands. This makes a lot of sense. This card, actually, let's read the keywords for this. Sudden developments. There's sudden developments happening and things are moving in a good direction. Things are moving smoothly. Oh, and this also says to act quickly, and like you're riding a good wave. Things are flowing in a good direction. So this matches a lot with the action card. Things are definitely moving quickly, but in a good way. Like things are really picking up the pace for you in your career, in your studies, in your creative pursuits. Seems like you have a lot going as well. The Eight of Wands gives me a feeling of like multitasking, having a lot on your plate, having a lot of things going. For your Oracle card, we have Hidden in Plain Sight. So you're definitely busy this month, but I think it's a busy that feels very good. There's a positive pressure or a positive stress that is like keeping you going. There's a feeling of being flooded with messages as well. So, for example, you could be getting a lot of messages from new clients or a lot of people who want to collaborate with you, or you could be offered a new opportunity and then there's just a lot of back and forth that is involved with that. I'm seeing the example of someone who was rewarded a scholarship, and then in the process from being chosen for that scholarship to actually receiving it, there's like a lot of back and forths, different people from different departments reaching out to you. I need this information from you. I need these documents. Or like you have been accepted somewhere and then there's a lot of back and forth there to like get everything in order. So it's busy. There's a lot happening. There's a lot coming your way, but it's all good. It's all for good things. It's not things that you dread. With Hidden in Plain Sight here, I think that something to keep in mind this month is, when things are moving really fast, we sometimes have to be a lot more deliberate in our resting and just remember to slow down. And I feel like this is going to be especially hard for you guys because you are excited about what's happening. But even if you're doing work that you love and that you're excited about, you still need to rest. The possibility of burnout is still there, even if you're doing something enjoyable. So be very deliberate with taking breaks, with slowing down, with resting, because at times you might forget to, or you may not even want to, but you have to because you have a physical body and physical bodies need rest and brains need rest. And I feel like with this Hidden in Plain Sight card, there's a risk of becoming a bit scatterbrained because you have a lot going on. For example, I'm picturing someone who's like wearing their glasses and they're looking around the house for their glasses and they're like, I can't freaking find them. Or like they're holding their phone and they're like, where's my phone? Or I just did this the other day. I tried to turn on the air conditioning with the TV remote because I was focused on a million different things and I was kind of on autopilot. You just kind of do dumb things, So yes, things are busy. Yes, things are exciting, but try not to rush through things and try not to make things faster than they already are, because you could just become a bit scatterbrained, losing things, making silly mistakes, not being present when people are talking to you because you're thinking about the 50 tasks that you have to do. So in the midst of this speed, in the midst of this busyness, make time for slowness, make time for rest, because you still need that. And, you may even miss signs from your spirit guides that are like right under your nose because your brain is thinking of 2,000 other things. So mindfulness might just be a practice that we have to be a lot more like deliberate about in August. Okay, so finally, we are going to look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. For your tarot card, we have the Chariot. Oh, I should also mention, because we had Aries and Scorpio energy, we also have Cancer energy here with the Chariot. And then the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. Maybe someone is a Scorpio sun with Mercury in Sagittarius. Let me know if you are, or if someone you know is, because that would be a cool, like, specific confirmation. And then for your oracle card, we have Know Your Worth. Beautiful. Oh, I also want to mention that a 34-year-old, a 46-year-old, or a 24-year-old could be significant during this month. Okay, so with the Chariot and Know Your Worth, it looks like in terms of your personal growth, in the month of August, you are making leaps and bounds in your confidence, in your sense of self-worth. You're literally like making a huge jump. There's a lot of just speedy energy. This is speedy, this is speedy. The Tower feels pretty speedy too. She feels like she's running. August could be a month that just goes by in the blink of an eye. And I feel like you're also growing in the blink of an eye. And I think at the end of August, you will look back at the start of the month and be like, damn, I've done more growth this past month than maybe I have all year. It feels like it's been a long time since I've experienced this massive advancement in my life. And I think one of those things that you're progressing in a major way is like confidence, knowing your worth. I think you're becoming a lot more of a go-getter this month, because the Chariot, the action, the warrior woman, also the number 1, it's a go-getter energy. You are cultivating the confidence that you need to go after the opportunities that you want, because you know that you're worthy of them and you know that you're good enough for them. I just even noticed the keyword for this card is victory. And it says, if you're a go-getter, you will be successful. It says that you have a strong will, that you are focused on a goal, which is something that we even talked about at the start of the reading. I love this. Like, you're so just full of energy and enthusiasm this month. I also think that, yeah, it's like a positive cycle. You gain more self-worth, and then that causes you to go after more opportunities. And then you become successful in those. And then that makes you even more confident to go after even more opportunities. And it just like, it's a cycle that is just spiraling in a very positive direction. I think that you've also reached a point where you're able to have a healthy relationship with your accomplishments and with your material wealth, because you've reached this place of balance within you where you're like, I'm very happy that I have these accomplishments. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very happy that I have this material abundance. But at the same time, I know that it's not everything. At the same time, I know that this doesn't determine my worth. So you're able to enjoy like your worldly rewards in a healthy way, because you don't have such a strong attachment to them, because you have this sense of self-worth that comes from something deeper, that comes from your spirituality. Because you've got this down, I think you'll find that you're being blessed a lot materially in August, because the universe knows that you're ready to fully enjoy it in like a healthy and balanced way. So as you're busy, as you're working really hard, as you're making moves, you will also, it's like raining coins in this card. You'll start to see the money pouring in. And I'm also looking at her peacock skirt. Peacocks make me think of like pride and confidence. And boars are strong-willed too. Like, I'm thinking of Year of the Boar. You're really building a lot of, I'm a broken record now, confidence and security for yourself. So let's go to the final part of the reading, which is messages from your higher self. We're going to use 2 different oracle decks for this. Woo! We are using Wisdom Within and the Crystal Wisdom Oracles. So let's see what your higher self wants you to know. If there's a specific situation or a specific area of life that you want to ask your higher self about, just keep that in mind while I'm shuffling, but you're also very welcome to just ask for general guidance. Okay. More important than what you are searching for is what you are avoiding. You hold the cards. Avoiding unhappiness is not the key to happiness. Oh wow. Where you're going, not all can follow. Exactly what we talked about in your relationship portion of the reading. Okay, so let's get a couple from the Crystal Wisdom deck as well. And same here. Keep in mind any question or specific situation you want to know about, or just ask for general guidance. We have Tiger's Eye. I actually have some right here. Tiger's Eye with courage. I am courageous, and this energy supports me throughout my life. This is so cool too, because Tiger's Eye is a great stone to help you become more of a go-getter and to become successful. If you have some Tiger's Eye, you might want to keep it on you this month, or if you want to, feel like it, if you can, purchasing Tiger's Eye might increase your luck this month. And we also have Rose Quartz, and I have, actually Rose Quartz was one of the options today. Whoop. I have Rose Quartz right here. These are your lucky stones. Brown and pink, or gold and pink, could also be your lucky colors this month. And we have the message of self-love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. Rose Quartz is great for self-love and also just for reconnecting to the energy of unconditional love. So yeah, I would recommend keeping these crystals on you, getting some if you don't have them already and would like to do that. But you really don't need to physically have the crystals to work with their energy, because I really feel like crystals are like spirits, you know? So the same way you can spiritually connect to a person even if they're not physically there, you can connect to the spirit of these crystals even if you don't physically have them, you know? So if you don't, yeah, anyway, whether you have them physically or not, you can connect to this energy. But yeah, these are all the messages I have for you guys. Group number 1, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, you can check out my pick a card readings on Instagram, my pick a card videos on Patreon, which are just like these, except for you guys get to choose the topic for those. You can check out my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song, and you can also check out my latest release linked down below. And finally, I have a vlog channel, KINO Vlogs, and merch at kinotarot.com, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. So all of that stuff that I just mentioned is going to be linked down below for you in the description, as well as in the pinned comment of this video. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting my channel. It means so much to me. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm sending lots of love your way. Also sending love to anyone who may be a part of your month of August. Sending love to your higher self, your spirit guides, your whole spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Amethyst cloud, this is going to be your reading all about your month of August 2023. I did want to mention something for this group. So as some of you guys might know, I do these monthly prediction videos like every single month. And back when I did the June 2023 video in group number 2, I was saying August instead of June. I really don't know why, because it was June, but I was saying August, and then I confused some people, unfortunately, but then there was also some people in the comments who were saying they felt like that happened for a reason. The fact that I had mistakenly said August was actually a sign or a whole message in itself for some people. For some people, they thought that that happened, like it was no coincidence that that happened, because I seem to be talking about things that were going on for them in the month of August. So I did want to mention that if any of you guys feel called to it, if you want to check it out, my June 2023 video, group 2, might actually have some messages for you about this month of August. But to be clear, this video is August. Yes, I'm saying the right month. So let's get into it. We are going to start off with the general overview of your month of August, and this is going to include main energies that you're working with, main themes of the month, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way. And to do that, we're going to be taking a look at these oracle cards. So let's get into it. We are starting off with "You Are Safe. The universe has your back." And we also have "Songs of the Sea. Sing, tone, or hum with the sirens for throat chakra activation." Group number 2, the thing that you need to know the most about this month is that everything is going to be okay. I think your spiritual team wants to take this time to ease any worries that you might have, whether you are just a worrier in general or there are specific things going on in your life right now that you are worried about or afraid of. Maybe there's a negative outcome that you're afraid of. Your guardian angels really want you to know that everything is going to be okay, that you are going to get through this month in one piece, and that you will be just fine. This may be a month where we're learning how to trust the universe and learning to remind ourselves in any moment that everything is okay and that we're exactly where we need to be. With this Songs of the Sea here, this does talk about throat chakra activation. So there may also be a message, a more specific message for some of you, that you are safe to speak up. You are safe to express how you're feeling. If there are certain things, certain feelings that you would like to communicate to someone, your spiritual team will make sure that it gets delivered to them with the purity of your intentions, that it gets delivered to them in the way that you want to convey it, that your message will be received and interpreted the way you want it. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can feel safe to express yourself, knowing that like the meaning of what you really wanted to convey will not be like misconstrued or taken in a bad way, even if it is something that's difficult to say. There also may be encouragement for you guys to express yourself more creatively this month, especially musically, because this is all about song, singing. We have the scores in the background. We have the angels playing instruments. This may be your sign to express yourself more in a musical way this month, or your angels may be communicating to you through music, or there may be a musician who is very significant to you this month. You may be developing a connection with a musician. Your wishes and desires are safe. What you have prayed for is secured, and it is safe from harm's way. It is safe from interference. You are safe from psychic attack. You are safe from others' negative intentions. You're also safe from anyone like speaking ill about you or anyone lying about you. Even if someone did try to do that, their words will just fall flat on the ground. They will not travel. They will not have impact. Other people's negative words or thoughts about you cannot hurt you, and they cannot sway others. Like, it will get shut down immediately. And your angels will assure that positive thoughts and positive words about you will reach you. Because there are people out there who are saying wonderful things about you and who see you in such a high regard. So your angels are going to boost those messages so that they reach you, and they're going to shut down negativity or like rumors or gossip or anything negative that is surrounding you. So let's take a look at your astrological cards to get more information. We have the second house with owning. And we have the lunar eclipse. So the second house is related to the sign of Taurus, and then the moon is related to the sign of Cancer. So a Taurus or Cancer person could be significant to you this month. It looks like an area of your life that is going to be blessed in the month of August is your career and your finances, as well as your feeling of security, your feeling of self-worth, your feeling of belonging. And part of this has to do with this lunar eclipse is all about things being blasted is the word that is coming to my mind. Things being blown up. And especially the sense that I'm getting for this group is that your emotions that have been lying under the surface, especially subconscious ones, are going to be blown up during this month so that you can acknowledge them and release them. It's all kind of coming together. I feel like something that's going to be happening this month is like your fears, your worries, your insecurities, your subconscious emotions, they're going to be exposed so that you can honestly look at them and assess them. And your spiritual team wants you to know, like, we're going to be with you throughout this whole process. You are safe to look at your fears. Because facing your fears or just looking at your fears is very scary. I'm even kind of scared of looking at this card because it has bugs on it. But everything that's like lurking in your subconscious mind, I think it will become very visible. It will become big. And I think what your spiritual team is trying to tell you is that there are some things lurking in your subconscious that are keeping you away from financial abundance, from success in your career, and from really feeling secure and worthy. And so whatever is standing in the way is going to become very visible to you so that you can face it. And so there's advice here when your fears come up, rather than running away from them, to face them. This "you are safe," I'm realizing now, it doesn't mean that your fears won't come up. It actually means that even in the face of your fears, you are safe. They cannot hurt you. They cannot do anything to you. They cannot control you because you are more powerful than them. So in the example of me being freaked out by these bugs, what my spiritual team would be trying to tell me is not that, oh, don't worry, you're not going to see any bugs this month. It's actually, the bugs can't hurt you. You're going to get over your fear of them. You're going to be like, oh, look, it's a bug. It can't do anything to me. Goodbye. And you will be the same way with your negative thoughts, with your anxiety, with your insecurities. It stops becoming this thing that is controlling you and oppressing you and just like, oh, there's that thing over there. Have a nice day, fear. I'm gonna go do what I wanna do. And it just completely loses its power over you. But in order to get to that point, we have to really put them under a magnifying glass and really look at them. So I think that's something that's happening this month. And as a result of these things being released, it's going to directly impact the way you make money, the way you perform in your career, the way you put yourself out there, and the way you really feel secure in this world. When the moon is in Taurus, that could also be an important time of this month. And when there is a full moon. So I'm going to look in my moon app to see when that's happening. I think Taurus will be around the beginning of the month. The moon is going to be in Taurus from August 7th to the 9th. And then there's going to be a full moon on the 2nd. Trying to remember what I just said. So the 2nd could be a significant date, as well as 7th, 8th, 9th, 14th, and 26th. That's a lot of dates, but important things could be happening on those days. Or if there is something that you, like something big that you're planning to do in August, those could be lucky days to do it. So those might be good times to schedule important things. So now let's take a look at your tea leaf cards to get our last messages about the overall energy. We have tent, temporary situation. If I read this literally, you could be going camping this month, or you could be going on a short trip, staying a few nights somewhere outside of your home. We have cat, a two-faced friend, and we have December. So we are dealing with like someone's negative intentions or someone negative words that you are being protected from. I'm hearing you will get justice. If there's any drama that you're involved in with other people, just know that everyone will get what's coming to them. Everyone will get their karma, whether it's good or bad. You can kind of let go and let the universe deal with it. Everyone will get back the energy that they're putting out. If you're putting out positive energy and pure intentions, that's what you will get back. If you're putting out BS and negative or spiteful energy, that's what you will get back. Someone who wronged you might be getting their karma this month. If I put these together, there's like maybe a temporary situation involving a fake person, or we're having a brief run-in with a fake person this month. December could be the month that this person was born, or the month that you met them. You could be in a temporary situation that is lasting until December, or spending August preparing for something that is going to happen in December. If we take out this meaning, a cat could be significant to you this month. Getting a cat, spending time with a cat, having a cat follow you around or take a liking to you. Seeing cats, like for example, seeing stray cats, or just when you're out and about and there's like a cat lurking around or following you, that could be a sign that there are angels with you. Because we also have an angel here. So this is everything I see for your general energy. So we're going to move into the specific areas of your life now. I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start off with your love life and relationships. For our tarot card, we have the Four of Cups, For our oracle card, we have Stormy. So the Four of Cups is a Cancer moon. So a Cancer moon person could be significant to you this month. The vibe that I'm getting for my group number 2s is that in the month of August, you are not really looking for new relationships. You're not really looking to make new friends or like start dating someone new. When I look at these two cards together, there's this stormy, chaotic, dramatic energy. And then there's this maybe stork or crane or something. Oh, it literally says here, but I don't know what that is. Let me see. Sagi. I'm just looking it up right now. What's like the official name of this bird? Heron. Okay, I was way off. So this is a heron. But you see the peaceful look on the heron's face. Like, I'm just gonna focus on my fish. I'm gonna focus on me. Just turning its back from the storm. I almost feel like you're in an energy where you're like kind of tired of people. You may be kind of in an introverted energy. You're like, I don't want new friends. I don't want new people. I don't want any drama. I just want to focus on me and my fish. I just want to focus on me and my cat. I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on my creative pursuits, focus on myself, on my relationship with my angels and my spiritual team. Some of you guys, you might be currently going through some drama in your love life or in your social circle, or you have been through it recently. And there's just a feeling of you being done. Like, I'm done with people. I'm done with the drama. I just want to take a break from that. And you will. I feel like with this heron turning its back from the storm, this is really you like minding your business, keeping away from drama and keeping away from people's BS, and people's BS also keeping away from you. And you are going to spend this month peaceful and unbothered. There might be someone kind of problematic from your past who reaches out to you this month, and you're just going to ignore them, like leave them on red. And I think that's going to feel very good. Like, I don't know, maybe a toxic ex trying to reach out to you, or like a situationship person or an ex-friend who was just nothing but trouble. And you're like, nope, I'm not taking the bait. Again, focused on my fish. So you're just kind of staying happily with people who are already in your life and that you know have good intentions for you. And it just seems like a very peaceful and drama-free month. The keyword of this card is boredom, but I don't always see the Four of Cups this way. I actually often see it as an uneventfulness that is actually quite happy and peaceful. Like, there's no drama. I'm just doing me. I'm in my lane. Especially because in this card, I guess the four fish are representing the Four Cups, but the heron looks like kind of got all these fish under control, you know? So I'm just going to focus on my existing relationships, my happy relationships, and I'm not going to engage in anyone who's like trying to get a rise out of me or trying to get me back, or like I'm ignoring it. You're not engaging, basically. So next we are going to take a look at the cards for your career and studies. For your tarot card, we have the Four of Wands. Beautiful. Ooh, let me see what these are too. What animal is this? Okay, this is a stork. You see how they look similar though? Like storks and cranes and herons just all look super similar to me. But this is a heron, this is a stork. And then for your oracle card, we have sacrifices. So yes, Four of Wands is a beautiful card. In terms of your career, your studies, your finances, your creative pursuits, These are areas of your life that are going to be very happy this month. The key word of this card is peace and stability. So this month, I'm hearing that you're going to have a very regular schedule. And that can go both ways. So like if you guys often get called in on random days, or you end up having to work extra days than what you were originally scheduled, I don't think that's going to be happening in August. Like if your boss says Monday to Friday, it's going to be Monday to Friday. You're not going to get like called in on a random Saturday. You're not going to have to stay late. It feels like your schedule is very predictable. In the same way, if you guys are like struggling to find work or to find more hours, I'm seeing with this Four of Wands that you will have regular hours in the month of August, which means that you can depend on the fact that like, I will get work, I will get paid. We have like a stable schedule. There's no surprises, which I think is going to be very welcomed. I also see a lot of fulfillment in what you do. You know, the Four of Wands, it's a card about happiness, joy, contentment, also like feeling simultaneously like comfortable and in your element, but also challenged and stimulated, you know? So we feel comfortable and confident in what we're doing, but like we also have a little bit of challenge and a little bit of, you know, getting pushed outside our comfort zone. I just remembered there's a word and I can't remember it right now, but there's like our comfort zone, and then there's the area outside of it where we feel uncomfortable, but then there's like a little area in between where we do feel it's like a little bit out of our comfort zone, but we still feel good in it, and I just can't remember what it's called. But I feel like that's the zone that you're going to be in. So regular schedule, predictable hours, you can rely on this money coming in, you're getting paid on time. That's also a specific message for some of you guys. You are getting paid on time. If there is a payment that is late or that has like gotten lost or it didn't come through, all of that is going to be resolved this month. You could even be receiving a little bit of a bonus. There's emotional fulfillment here. There's also a happy home life. Some of you guys could be working from home if that's something that you enjoy, or this could be indicating that you'll have a good balance where you are working, you are studying, but you also have time to relax at home or time to spend with your family and friends. The Four of Wands can also talk about a celebration. So you could be celebrated in your workplace or celebrated at school this month, or someone close to you could be celebrated. Like for example, your spouse is getting a promotion, or maybe your parent or your friend is retiring, and so there's like a party. It feels like you're going to some kind of party, or you're celebrating with people you work with or people who are close to you. Could be like a graduation ceremony, a retirement party, someone at your work is getting married and you're going to the wedding. But I see you merrymaking and like partying and celebrating with the people you work with. With sacrifices, this is actually a nice card to come out accompanying a happy card, because it means that you are happy and willing to make these sacrifices. Not everything, but any goal that we want to achieve and anything that we want to focus on that is really worthwhile will often require some kind of sacrifice to be made. So you might find that you have to give certain things up in order to achieve a career or academic goal. It could be temporary. For example, like finals are coming up, so I have to sacrifice my social life this month, or I have to sacrifice a bit of my leisure time just to, you know, get to the finish line and do my finals. Or it could be something more long-term, like I'm starting a business, I'm pursuing this career, so I'm going to have to sacrifice some things in my life to really, really commit to this. But I see that you are happy to make these sacrifices. It's not, I mean, it could be a little bit challenging to get used to it, but it's not something that you hesitate about. You're like, I know that this is what I have to do to make this business successful or to make this new career endeavor successful. And so I'm on board. And also I see that whatever sacrifices you might have to make, you have a support system. You have people who are supporting your choices, who will make it easier for you and who will also help to keep you accountable and keep you on track. The Four of Wands can also talk about like a happy, healthy community and a support system. So finally, we are going to take a look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. For your tarot card, we have the Nine of Cups. Wow, beautiful energy again. And we have every step counts. So there is a wish coming true for you this month, because both the Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups can talk about wish fulfillment. If you want to take this moment now to make a wish, feel free to do so, because these two cards appearing are a promise that this wish will come true. So think of your wish. And it is done. Your spiritual team will assure that this wish comes true for you. Something that is happening for you guys in terms of, it's like an improvement in your mindset. This is your spiritual and personal growth. You are learning to, yes, we are making wishes, we are having dreams, we're striving for growth, but we're learning how to do that while also being happy with what we currently have, being happy in our current situation, having gratitude for where we currently are. We're making wishes not because we don't want to be where we currently are. Like, I'm very happy with my current situation, and I would also love to experience more of this, or I would also love for this change to happen. The Nine of Cups is just all about being content with what you have, and I think this is something that you're really mastering this month. I think you're mastering the art of gratitude, of being in the present, of feeling like you have everything you need in this current moment. Just to give an easy example, let's say you have a salary of, what animal is this, by the way? Keating. It's like a mythical, I mean, this also means giraffe, but I think this is like a mythical creature. Anyway, before I lose my thought, let's say you have a salary of 5 Keating coins. That's the name of this creature. And you want to have a salary of 8 Keating coins. It doesn't mean, if you're wishing for that, it doesn't mean that you are ungrateful for your current salary. In fact, you are very grateful for it and very happy for it. But you can be happy for it and also want more. Yeah, it's like we're mastering simultaneously being happy in the present and also striving for something in the future. And you'll find that the more gratitude you have in the present, the more blessings come your way. With every step counts, I think something that you're also learning to do this month is celebrating even the smallest of wins. So in that example where we want to move from a salary of 5 coins to 8 coins, yes, 8 is your goal, but you're also going to celebrate when you reach 6 coins and when you reach 7 coins. Like, you are going to celebrate every step of the way, because when you create positive reinforcement like that, it makes you want to keep going. Maybe you have a goal of eating healthier. Like, you want to eat healthy foods every day. And Maybe you reach a point where you're eating healthy twice a week. You should celebrate that. You should celebrate every day that you show up and do the thing. Even if it doesn't feel super impressive, even if it doesn't feel like a monumental thing, allowing yourself to pat yourself on the back and reward yourself, it does create a positive reinforcement where your brain wants to do more of that thing. I also think there's something in here of like expressing yourself and sharing your progress, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not exactly where you want to be. I can kind of use myself as an example for this. I've been back into pole dancing a little bit recently, and a couple times I have shared like videos of myself doing the tricks on my personal Instagram, which is KINO I, by the way. If you guys want to follow it, it's just like KINO and then my name Carey, Carey. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that I've been sharing a little bit of videos of myself doing tricks, and they're not perfect. Like, I'm not really doing it in a super graceful way, but I'm kind of fighting that instinct that I have of like, wait until the trick looks absolutely perfect before you share it, because it's not just the perfection of the trick that deserves celebration. It's even the fact that I did it that deserves celebration. Or, you know, I and we deserve to be seen and celebrated at every step of the journey, not just the finish line. And I also, and this is not just for pole dancing, it's like for everything. I think about how I don't want to perpetuate like a super curated, super perfected persona on social media. Like, I want to be able to share things that are not perfect and that are just human and that are just normal. And I think, well, I mean, we don't have to do that, but it would be nice if we felt more, at least more comfortable doing that. So there may be something here for some of you, like to get in the practice more of sharing things, even if it's a work in progress, of sharing things, even if it's not perfect. I've even seen some creatives challenge themselves to share their own work, even if they feel it is so shitty, like to share their worst work. And oftentimes the response that they get is actually positive. So just feel free to share yourself and share things that you're working on in all stages of the journey, and be proud of yourself in all stages of the journey. I think that's going to be really helpful for you guys. So we're going to move into the last part of the reading now. Oh, the same way I mentioned Cancer Moon, this is Venus in Aries, and this is Jupiter in Pisces. So someone with those placements could be, one or more of those placements could be significant to you guys. But we're going to finish off this reading with messages from your higher self. We're going to use 2 different oracle decks for this part, Wisdom Within and the Crystal Wisdom Oracle. If there's a specific situation or a specific area of your life that you would like guidance on from your higher self, just keep that in mind while I'm shuffling. But if not, definitely just feel free to ask for general guidance. What does group number 2's higher self want to tell them? Ooh, I listen to my intuition and it never leads me astray. And, ooh, I am sacred. I feel like I had the same reaction for both of those. I listen to my intuition and it never leads me astray. And I am sacred. Now let's get a couple crystal cards for you. Again, you can either think of a specific question or a specific situation, or you can just ask for general guidance. And we have Serpentine, which I think my Serpentine is in Canada, but anyway, we have transformation. My life is transforming at the perfect time in the most powerful way. I say that because sometimes I like to find the crystal and place it so that you can actually see it. But yeah, I don't think I have this with me at the moment. It is a very nice stone though. It looks like this. And we have Boji stones, which I definitely don't have, but it says, I am balanced, whole, and complete. Green and black could be lucky colors for you this month. If you have any crystals that are green or black, or maybe you specifically have these, keeping them on you, on your body, or keeping them around you could bring you good luck. Or if you do collect crystals, or if you would like to acquire some crystals, green or black stones could be auspicious for you. But these are all the messages I have for you guys. So I'm going to end your reading here. Group number 2, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, woo, I just got like a sudden rush of happiness. Aw. Do we have the gift of clairsentience? Could you be channeling emotions from a special someone? Someone sending you love? Anyway, take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. Check out KINO I, C-A-R-E-Y, if you want to see me pole dance. And if you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, you can check out my pick a card readings on my tarot Instagram. That's linked down below. My Patreon, where we have pick a card videos that you get to choose the topic for. You can check out my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song. You can also check out my latest release, linked down below. And finally, I have a vlog channel, KINO Vlogs, and merch at kinotarot.com, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. So all of that stuff that I just mentioned is going to be linked down below for you in the description, as well as in the pinned comment of this video. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting my channel. It really means so much to me. Group number 2, thank you so much for being here. I'm sending lots of love to you, to anyone who may be playing a role in your month of August. I'm also sending love to your higher self, your spiritual team, your guardian angels who are so close by this month and always. And much love to your loved ones, both here on Earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number 3s, so if you guys chose the Angel Aura Rose Quartz, this is going to be a reading all about your month of August 2023. We're going to start off by seeing the main energies that you're working with, the main themes of this month, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way in August. There we go. And to do that, we are going to take a look at these oracle cards. So let's get started. Your first card is Love. Allow it to pour in and out of you. And we also have Violet Flame. Awaken what has been dormant for so long. Okay, group number 3s. It is very clear from these first cards that the main theme of your August is love. I think it's really cool that you guys were drawn to the heart-shaped stone, and then we have a love message coming out right off the bat. Also that you were drawn to rose quartz, which is all about love. And then we have roses on both of these cards. It's like just such a clear sign. And probably you guys already have been receiving a lot of signs from your spiritual team, or even from the higher self of someone special, and experiencing a lot of synchronicities that are here to tell you that love is on the way. If you've been experiencing signs and synchronicities and you were wondering what they meant, this is what it means. There is love that is on its way to you, that you will be experiencing in the month of August. This is the month where your manifestations related to love will come to fruition, whether that is meeting someone new, finding a romantic partner, finding platonic love, or deepening your existing connections. This is the area of life that you are going to feel the most blessed in, and that you're going to feel very fulfilled in the month of August. Interesting that we have awakened what has been dormant for so long. Maybe for some of you, there's like a desire for love. You have been waiting for or longing for something for a long time, and there's a feeling of, after all this time, it's finally coming. Some of you could be reawakening a love that you had that, I want to say, like, that you haven't really been watering. For example, something that you love to do, something that you're passionate about, but that you haven't really been spending a lot of time on recently. Whether your focus was on other things or you just couldn't make the time to do that. Like, an old love could be rekindling towards something that you used to do, something that you used to enjoy. For those of you who have been desiring a reunion with someone, like an old love, an old friend, an old partner, that could be happening this month as well. But yes, basically you are manifesting love. A new beginning in love too, because we have the number 37, which reduces to 1. So there's like a new cycle in your love life, or like a new relationship that is blossoming this month. So let's take a look at your astrological cards to get a bit more information. We have Grand Cross with Provoker. Interesting. And we have the 11th house. So with the 11th house here, I feel like this new love that is coming into your life, it's going to be a result of you networking or making more connections or just being more outgoing. So you could be meeting someone new through like mutual friends that you have or mutual connections that you have, or you could meet someone at a networking event or through a project that you're working on, or any way that you are involving yourself in the community, whether that's doing volunteer work or taking classes somewhere or attending events, something where you're out and about and mingling with your community or serving your community. That could be where you meet this person. It's also quite likely that a new person coming into your life this month has very similar goals and dreams as you and similar values. And I think something that, I feel like this is a romantic partner. I feel like something that both of you have in common is that you kind of have this innate desire or a tendency to challenge the status quo, because the 11th house is related to the sign of Aquarius, which is all about not all about, but it's associated with eccentricity and rebellion and innovation. And then we also have Provoker, which is like you're stirring up the pot a little bit. You're challenging the norms. So I think that both you and this love, this partner that is coming in, will have that trait about you. And you may even come together to like start a new project or start a new initiative that is quite new, a little bit eccentric, and that does kind of challenge the norms. I also want to say, with this Provoker card, with this Grand Cross card, as you are led towards this manifestation, as you are led towards this love, the universe might be challenging you to do things that your mind resists, like challenging you to get out of your comfort zone. So for one example, let's say you are a huge introvert, you are a huge homebody, but you're going to meet this person at a party. The universe will start challenging you, or really start pushing you or nudging you to attend this event. And your mind might be saying like, oh my gosh, this is really not my thing. Like, I don't want to do this. But then there's something even deeper in your soul that is like, just go for it. Just do it. And I've had experiences like this. It's really weird where like my mind is telling me to go this way, but then when I get to that fork in the road, I'm just like, oops, and I go the other way because something really deep within me, like an engine inside of me, is just driving me to go this way. And when I gravitate towards where that energy is pulling me, like something significant happens. So pay attention when you feel weirdly tugged to do things that like go against what you would usually do, that go against what your mind is saying, because something even deeper, your soul is like pulling you somewhere else. I hope that makes sense. With the 11th house here as well, an Aquarius person could be significant. And with the Grand Cross, if you're familiar with astrology, someone whose sign is squaring yours or opposite yours could be significant. Basically, someone whose birthday is roughly 3 months apart from you or 6 months apart from you could be significant. Also, when the moon is in Aquarius, could be a significant time or a lucky time this month. So I think that's at the very start of August, but I'm just double checking. Okay. Yeah, and actually the full moon this month is going to be in Aquarius. The moon will be in Aquarius the first 3 days of August. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of August, as well as the 11th, because we have 11 here, this reduces to 11, and this reduces to like 10. So the dates 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. These are your lucky days. Something lucky could happen on these days, or if you are planning to do something significant this month, and you can like pick what day you do it, you might want to schedule it on one of those days to have an auspicious outcome. But let's take a look now at your tea leaf cards. This is going to be the final cards of your general overview. We have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So this partner that you're manifesting, they could have a dark complexion or dark hair. Of course, that is subjective. Maybe it's like darker than you. Or this could be like a mutual friend or a mutual connection that is important. We also have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. So this partner could be someone who is wealthy, or you're becoming wealthy together. And then we have crown. Yeah, this is like a person in a high position who gets paid well or who makes a lot of money. That's the vibe. Honor and respect will come to you. Period of prosperity and abundance. And honestly, I feel like this is an energy that both of you will be in, or both of you will be moving towards. Awesome. What a beautiful energy to start off with. So this concludes the general overview part of the reading. We're going to move now into the specific areas of your life. So I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for the areas of your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start off with your love life and relationships. We have the Page of Pentacles, and gentleness. Aww. Okay, so this is also showing us who will be a significant person in your life this month. This is likely talking about this partner that we are manifesting or your current partner. Page of Pentacles is earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this person could have placements in those signs. And then also, because this is a pig, I'm thinking of the year of the pig in the Chinese zodiac, which is I'm year of the pig. So this person could be born in 1995, 1983, 1971, or just like keep going back 12 years like that. This card actually does say that this is a young person. For some of you, this person could be younger than you, or they just have a very youthful spirit about them. It says like an earnest, hardworking young person. And if we look at some of these keywords here, this is someone who has hope for the future. They work hard with optimism for the future. They are studious and they're passionate about what they are studying. This is someone who is very genuine. They have sincere intentions. They are good at manifesting their wishes into reality through hard work and consistency. This could be someone who is a student, whether that's in like a formal institution or they're just always learning something new, and abundant as well, or they have the potential for abundance, and very consistent, like hardworking, dedicated, consistent. So these are the traits of the person that you are manifesting a connection with. And then of course, we also have gentle. So this is someone who is very sweet, very kind. I'm hearing soft spoken. So they've made their way to the top, but not through being forceful or being aggressive. I feel like this is someone who is more kind of humble and soft-spoken, but they are very strong-willed and very determined. And so they let their actions and their efforts speak for themselves. I know I said all earth signs, but I am getting a Taurus-y kind of energy. Just like very consistent, down to earth, reliable. I'm also hearing you would never guess that this person is super wealthy or super successful because they don't really flaunt it, you know? I think that this is someone who does have a lot of material wealth, but they live below their means. You know, it's like the vibe of someone who they could afford to fly first class, but they fly economy. They wear like regular priced clothes. They live in a modest home. It's like they don't really care for the super over the top luxurious things, or they don't really care about showing off. I think they're more like live a modest lifestyle below my means, and then let's splurge and really enjoy ourselves on special occasions. You know, let's be grateful, let's stay humble, let's be generous, you know, not just spoil ourselves with wealth, but let's also care for our loved ones and care for our community. This is someone who, they're also very full of gratitude and humble even when it comes to their success, you know? They're very hardworking, but they also recognize that it took a village for them to reach this success. Their parents who raised them, all the teachers that they had throughout their life, all of their employers, their friends, their community that supported them. They're not the type of person who's like, yeah, I did that. That was all me. And they're so grateful for everyone who has helped them along the way that now they want to share their blessings and their wealth with everyone. I'm picturing that scene in Mean Girls at the very end where Katie's like breaking the crown and sharing it with everyone. It's like that kind of vibe. This crown is not just for me. It's for everyone who has supported me. Just, oh my gosh, such a humble and sweet soul. So this is the person that you're either meeting this month, or maybe you already know this person and you're getting into a relationship with them. Maybe you're already with this person, but this is the big focus of August. Like you're focused on this relationship, on deepening this bond, on lifting each other up. Such a sweet energy. The number 7 could be life path 7. It could be this person is born on the 7th. There could be 7 years between the two of you. I don't think this is relevant information, but I just heard like someone who gets hot easily. Anyway, So next we are going to look at the cards for your career and studies. We have the Moon, and Take Action. Interesting. What is coming to my mind with this? Have you ever seen, I don't know if it's a GIF or if it's just a video that's online, but it's like a little kid who is in a pool and the water is shallow. So if they stood up, it would be really shallow, but they're not standing up. So they feel like they're drowning and they're like flailing around in the water and crying. And then I haven't seen this video in a while, but I think like an adult comes and like picks them up and stands them up in the water. And then they realize how shallow it is. And they're like, oh, I didn't need to be flailing around and crying. I could just stand up. And there is some caption or something. This is what overthinking is like. I hope I conveyed that accurately, but overthinking really does feel like that. We're flailing around and thrashing around in the pond that is our brain, when all we have to do is just stand up and then everything becomes manageable. So you may be prone to overthinking in your career or at school or in your creative pursuits, or overthinking about money this month when really everything is okay, everything is under control. You could be feeling overwhelmed about something that is actually quite manageable. You may be overwhelmed about a problem that can be easily solved if you take action. I feel like I do this quite a bit when I have an assignment to do or when I have a project to work on. I start freaking out that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough time to do everything. It's so overwhelming. It's so much. But then once I get started on it, I'm like, oh wait, this is actually pretty easy, or I can actually get this done pretty quickly. Your worries, they seem to be kind of blown out of proportion this month. The key word here, it's like illusion, fantasy. The moon can show areas where we're being a little bit delusional. And this is so timely because I just saw a post on Instagram about this that was like, being overly negative is also delusional. And it's true. I think we often focus on being delusional in the sense of like, I'm wishful thinking, I'm getting my hopes up for this thing that's not going to happen. But being overly negative is equally as delusional, and yet we don't have like a bad association with that we shouldn't be doing that. Well, I mean, we do, but our brain still does it. And there's a feeling of once you get started, you'll realize that it's not that bad. It's also like, I also picture someone getting their ears pierced and they're freaking out and crying, and then they go click, they pierce the ears, and the person is like, wait, is it over already? Was that all? So it's like something that you're getting really worked up about, really nervous about, really overwhelmed about, but once you actually do the thing, you're like, oh, that's it? That was very manageable. Anything you're worried or overwhelmed about can just be solved with action. And there's something about it's going to be easier than you think. It's not going to be as nerve-wracking as you think. It's going to be over really quick and smooth. So instead of sitting there worrying, just do the thing. Just get started, and you'll realize that your brain was making it out to seem like something much worse. Okay, so finally, we are going to take a look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. For your tarot card, we have Temperance. So this is, did I mention this? This is Pisces energy, by the way, and this is Sagittarius energy. And then we have the Best of You. Temperance is all about finding balance. So when it comes to your spiritual and personal growth, I think this is about balancing your energy. It's also about moderation. You're not going to one extreme or the other. You're finding balance and moderation in your lifestyle. So just easy examples of this, like one extreme could be, we're ordering Uber Eats every night and impulse buying a bunch of stuff. And then the other extreme would be like being overly frugal. Like I'm going to walk 2 hours to work so that I don't have to pay for the bus. And we're finding like a healthy middle ground where, yes, we're being responsible and saving money, but we're also splurging sometimes. Or you can also think of one end of the extreme is like I'm working 16 hours a day and I'm not sleeping because I can sleep when I'm dead. And then the other extreme is like I'm lying in bed playing games on my phone all day, every day. I mean, it's an easy concept. Maybe you didn't need that many analogies, but temperance is about finding that healthy middle ground, finding the balance. And it can be hard to strike that balance, because both ends of the extreme, they're kind of pulling at you, right? And if you start to veer one way, you can really, it starts to like suck you towards it, if that makes sense. And it's really like a balancing act, and it requires constant mindfulness. But you guys could be achieving balance in your spending habits, in your work versus rest, in your eating habits. And everyone requires a different balance to thrive and to be healthy. So I think this is you really taking a moment to just tune into yourself and find what balance makes you feel best. You're just taking a more moderate or middle ground approach to life. This could even be the balance between being a spiritual, immortal, eternal soul and being just a little human here on earth, and allowing yourself to be both of those and also be in between those two things. But you're finding how to care for yourself so that you can be the best version of you, and so that you can be at 100% more often. I think you're also realizing how important self-care is. I mean, we hear this a lot, right? Love yourself, take care of yourself. But sometimes it's hard to really put that in practice, or it's hard to really internalize that because we've spent so much of our life internalizing the opposite of, disregarding our needs and just focusing on work or focusing on others. And so I think you're going to become a lot more comfortable with self-care, not feeling like you're being frivolous or being selfish or wasting time. It starts to feel like something that is necessary, because it is. And I think you're also going to realize how much more capable you are of showing up for others when you truly care for yourself, and how much better work you do when you truly care for yourself. It is truly a necessity. So maybe self-care, it's going to stop feeling like, oh, I'm treating myself, I'm spoiling myself. And it's like, it just becomes natural. Like, of course I'm doing this. And you're able to do so without guilt and without judgment, because your self-care, the way you care for yourself, the way you respect yourself, that might look different from how someone else does it. And that's very okay. If I can just go on a tangent for a little bit, it annoys me. It's like my pet peeve when other people try to say like about someone else, oh, they clearly don't respect themselves. They clearly don't love themselves because they do XYZ. Like, no, self-respect looks different to everyone, and self-love looks different to everyone. Like, self-respect and self-love means doing what makes you happy. It means honoring your own desires and honoring your own needs. And if you don't know what that person desires and what makes that person happy, then you can't say that they don't respect themselves or they don't love themselves. Like, for example, this person doesn't respect herself because she is showing her chest. Like, fuck off. Like, what if it makes her happy? If dressing this way makes her happy and it makes her feel confident, then this is actually an act of self-respect because she's honoring her joy and she's honoring how she wants to express herself. Like, just because that's your idea of self-respect, it doesn't mean that everyone else has that same definition. Like, it just, anyway. That was my tangent. You don't get to dictate how others show themselves self-love and self-respect, and others don't get to dictate that for you. And maybe there's ways that you're going to show yourself love and care and respect that you kind of have to like unlearn some shame surrounding it and say, like, this is how I show myself love. This is how I show myself respect. Others might not do it the same way. Others might not agree with it, but they don't have to because they're not me. And I do not feel ashamed of doing this for myself. Yeah, like when it comes to how you dress or how you look or what you do with your appearance. I mean, so many things, right? The type of lifestyle you choose. Anyway, I could rant about that forever, but anyway, you're mastering it. You're mastering the art of self-care and of a routine that is really tailored to you and making you feel your best. And I can't help but think that, you know, this is happening at the same time as you developing this relationship with your partner. It just really shows what a positive influence they are, and that I'm sure you're going to be supported in this way as well. Am I hungry? Am I just hungry, or do these kind of look like sushi rolls? It's like they're kind of have a black rim on the outside and then it's white and then it's like orange in the middle. I don't know, it looks like a salmon roll or something. I think I need to eat when I'm done with this reading. Anyway, group number 3s. We have one more part to the reading actually, which I almost forgot because I don't always do this, but we're going to get messages from your higher self. We're going to use these 2 decks for that, the Wisdom Within and the Crystal Wisdom Oracle deck. If there is a specific question or a specific area of your life that you would like guidance on, then just keep that in mind as I'm shuffling the cards. But if not, feel free to just ask your higher self for general guidance. The camera really is wanting to focus on this moon face for whatever reason. Some of you guys might want to, if you're someone who has a menstrual cycle, like paying attention to how you feel at different parts of your cycle and working with the fluctuations could make you feel really good. If you don't have a cycle, maybe someone close to you does. And like knowing where they're at in their cycle can help you be a better, like, you know, partner to them. Okay. Group number 3's higher self. What does group number 3's higher self want them to know? Very cute message just came through. For some of you, your house plant obviously cannot talk, but wants to say thank you for taking care of me. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, we have 2 coming out. We have nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent, so enjoy every minute of the good times that you can. And if you're going through bad times, know that they won't last forever. We also have the universe will never let you fail. And I say this a lot, like the universe will keep giving you opportunities, as many as you need. So if you ever feel like, oh, I screwed it up this time, I missed this chance, the universe has infinite more opportunities to pull out of their sleeve So you'll keep getting chances. It's not over until you say it's over. I actually want to get one more. I am in charge of my own happiness. This comes with a lot of freedom, and it also comes with responsibility. I am in charge of my own happiness. Okay, so now we're gonna get a couple from the Crystal Wisdom deck. Again, feel free to think of a specific question or situation, or just ask for general guidance. We have Divine Temple Crystal with the keyword source. I am deeply connected to and an expression of the divine source of the universe. Again, focusing on this moon. This might be a month as well where you want to work with the phases of the moon, like a new moon ritual, a full moon ritual. Woo! Okay, then we have, fire agate, which, where is my fire agate? She's so pretty. I don't know where she is right now. Oh, she's right here. This is fire agate. I love her. I allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into my world. And we also have Heliodor. I do not have this stone, but the keyword is confidence. I am confident in all that I do. Your lucky colors for this month: white, yellow, and red. If you have clear or white, yellow, or red crystals, then keeping them on your body or keeping them around you could bring you good luck. If you collect crystals, or if you would like to get crystals, getting crystals of these colors could enhance your luck for this month. So group number 3, these are all the messages I have for you, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my Instagram accounts, my Patreon, which has exclusive pick a card videos just like this one, except for you get to choose the topic. You can also check out my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song, and you can check out my latest release down below. And finally, my vlog channel, KINO Vlogs, and my merch at kinotarot.com, which features the floating temple at the start of this video. So that will all be linked down below for you. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting my channel. It truly means a lot to me, and thank you so much for being here, group number 3. I am sending lots of love to you, to your amazing partner, and to everyone who may be playing a role in your month of August. I also want to send love to your higher self, your spirit guides, your whole spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.